Hey ladies, it's Lori. This is Move It Monday for August 14th. Tonight's subject is color, and we have the wonderful Jenny Langley here and her lovely assistant Sue going to give us some tips and tricks about color and things she's learned, and hopefully you will walk away or roll your chair away with more information than you had when we started. I'm going to ask that you guys keep yourselves muted. Unless you have a question. If you have a question, you can unmute or raise your hand or type it in comments because I'll be kind of keeping an eye on that. And then we will also have time for Q&A, but I wanted to give Jenny as much time to share some tips and tricks before we have Q&A. So, Miss Jenny, take it away.
Hi. So I've been trying to decide which ways to go tonight for color. And I do have some pictures I want to show you. They're stupid selfies. I do apologize, but it does get the point across. So why don't we go ahead and do those first, if you don't mind, and we'll get that out of the way. But I just want to show, because we've got these new matte lipsticks out, I just absolutely love. But what I'm so excited about them is they're so vibrant in color. And I used to always wear a very light pale pink, and I just pretty much stuck with the light pale pink. And I've been trying all these new colors and they're fabulous. So I sent Lori some photos, and you can tell which ones I have the light pink on because my face just looks washed out. Now, when I put some color on my face, it's amazing. Now you can see I'm washed out. You don't really notice I got cheeks. You don't notice anything other than I look washed out. There's another one after. Now, that's the same face basically, but with the color. So it really helps brighten and liven up. But here's what's really fun too about this is that when you put some color on and you wear that color and you go to your shows, or you do whatever you're doing, whether you're doing a demonstration or you're one-on-one, or you're just going to see there again, there's no color. It looks like I have no lips. But if you go and you're already with your lipstick on and you've got your eyes done and you show up, they're going to notice that. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is just that a lot of times people are very, they're set in their ways. They like their lighter colors because, they think, if I wear a bright red or if I wear a bright pink, everybody's going to see me. Well, we want you to be seen, right? So I'm going to grab, there again, I'm washed out. So it's my friend. She's washed out. I've given her some bright colored lipsticks too, by the way. So here's just a couple things. I can't talk. One of the things I wanted to show you was I've got Fantasia, and I have the Sunset from the summer collection, and the Sunset Pink. There's such a difference. So if someone already likes the Fantasia, someone want another pink, but get it a little bit brighter. Now, if they say, I can't do that, it's too bright, you can take the bright color, you can outline your lips with it, and then maybe put just a little bit of the light in the center, and now you've got your light lipstick on, but you kind of have the ombre look. If that doesn't work for you, you can also take, and this is my favorite thing that Jeffrey has, you can take the brow lift. You can see it's getting very small. I love this. Not only is it great for your eyebrows, but you can put this on your lips, and I'll show you a little bit later too. You can put this on your lips, and then you put your gloss over it, or you put your color over it, and it gives you a more natural, softer look. So, like I said, I like to try to figure out a way to sell more items to our customers that kind of all go together, so that way, of course, better sales. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you some eye things that I love to do. I have my friend Sue here. And let me get these things out of the way. And this is Sue. Hi. And we've been out working. Well, she's been working a lot more than I have. We've been working our way through the blackberries. And I made blackberry jam today. And she's been, I can't even begin to tell you how many blackberries she's cut out. All right, let me get turned around here a little bit. Okay, can everybody see Sue okay? Okay. So what I've done so far, I went ahead and I put foundation, but of course I put the primer on first. I put the foundation on. Then I took the anti-redness the little anti-redness primers that we have for the eye. I put under her eye, and I put on her eyelid itself. The next thing I would like to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the brow lift underneath her brow. I did use some of the eyebrow pencil in the dark brown. And we're just going to put a little brow lift to give that illusion of a nice cleaned up brow. There we go. Get the other one. There. Okay, so that's how I always start with the eyes. I always make sure that the brow lift, the eye primer, and of course your eyebrows and also your foundation's all on. Now, she's got blondish hair, so her coloring is a lot like mine, but she's a little bit lighter. And I usually go for more of the darker browns, but when you have someone that's a little more fair, you can still go with the neutral type browns. Our nudes are perfect. But it's also really fun to get some color and get some pop going, so you're not just, it's not just a plain dull brown. Now, I'm going to go ahead with a base coat. Now, I'm sure everybody knows our eyeshadows can be used dry or wet. And I really enjoy putting the base coat, at least the base coat, on wet. It's so much more vibrant. So I'm going to put, right now I'm using the Amazonian, and I'm going to use the center one. It's the gold. We're going to put that over her whole lid. And I like to use my fingers. I know the brushes are awesome, but I just like the fingers too to kind of smooth it on. So now I'm going to do her other eyelid. And when you're demonstrating any eyeshadows, it's really nice to be able to show your customers what exactly they look like on dry and what they look on wet. So you can do it on your hand or on their hand. And, that way, because you're really getting almost like two colors for the price of one on each color. So, and they may not know that, or they may not even have ever thought of putting on something wet. Okay, so we got the base coat on. Now, I usually put a little bit of the light color underneath as well, and I put it more towards the nose because what that's going to do is lighten up that area. There we go. And over here as well. There we go. Now she's got nice deep set eyes. And so when your eyes are deep set like that, it's very easy to put a little bit of a darker color in the background, but you want to bring out your eyelid down towards the base by your eyelashes. So I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to put a couple colors. She likes blues and greens. And now I don't have the actual brush set that we have, through Jafra. And I don't do my nails hardly ever. And I bought the nail brushes. And I'm telling you, these things are great for makeup. So I'll show you why. So I'm going to use the little wider one. It's a flat brush. And I get it wet. And you might want to just take a little towel or something and, sorry, it's hard to get us both in here. But get the brush nice and damp. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the green color. And like I said, it's still kind of wet. And so it's going to be like a watercolor. Now, a lot of times when you put on your eyeliner, it's just a very sharp line. And, on young girls, it looks nice. But when we get a little bit older, we can't wear those sharp lines like the young girls can. Our eyelids, They're not what they used to be, unfortunately. So that's why I like using the wet with the brush. And this way, like I said, it's almost like a watercolor. So it adds the color, but it's not going to make a real heavy line. Okay, so just put a little bit more. Now, can you see, Lori, can they see what we're doing here at all?
We can see what you're doing. If she was a little closer to the camera, it might be a little bit better.
Okay, let's
the camera's a little bit not quite so clear anyway. That's better, yeah.
Okay. I've never done something like this, like in this type of a situation before, so I was really concerned about the lighting, and I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen, but
it's all right. Well, we're getting that. We'll have to practice. I will say that the best practices from Jafra is to never use your own fingers on a client, because in some states it's not okay to do that.
Yes.
Well, I should say in most states. So if it's your sister or whatever, but if you have a client you're doing a makeover on, you should be using brushes. Whether it's Jafra brushes or someone, another brand is fine, but.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or brushes, or either, there's little makeup application pads. We have the new beauty blender and that kind of thing. So,
right.
Yeah. I love the idea of using the nail brushes, though. I would not even thought about that.
They work fabulously well.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, I'm using my finger again. I'm sorry.
I know, bad habits.
Well,
it is tempting, but we need to.
When I was actually in beauty school, they told me, they said, one of your best brushes is your fingers for blending. So I'll forget I ever learned that, okay? Okay, so now if you can see, I don't know if you can see the eyeliner. Is it?
Yeah, you're using the darker green?
Yeah, can you see? I'm just see if I can pull this up a little bit further. How's that?
Get really close to the camera.
Where's the camera? It's right there.
Okay.
And then close your eyes.
Okay, yeah.
Is that okay? Okay, so you can see it's just not real, it blends in with the gold. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of blue.
That's all right.
Good, yeah, that's better. Now with the blue, I'm gonna do the same thing. I wanna use it wet. And I'm just gonna make a little bit more of a line, a little bit darker. But it's so fun because it's like you're watercoloring. Everything just blends together. And if you look at some of the magazines now, they're using lots of color. And, okay, now open that eye for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna put a little bit underneath of the blue. Oops, sorry, did I get your eye?
Oh, I'm good.
All right.
This isn't nice thing about it being light like that and wet. It doesn't hurt your eye too.
No. So she's got a little bit of the blue and the green together on this side here, and it just blends really, really well. And don't be afraid to blend colors, because it's amazing what you can come up with. One time I had this top and it was orange, and I went to, well, I won't say where I went. Well, I was at Nordstrom's, but that's all I'll say. Anyways, I was at the cosmetic counter, and I said, I need to find something to go with this top. And she put orange on me, and I thought, that is just nuts. How on earth can you put orange on me? But she did, and she put some green with it, and it was incredible. It looked fabulous. So just experiment. Don't ever be afraid to not try. And also, by experimenting, it's going to help your sales as well.
One of the girls is asking which blue you're using.
I'm so sorry. I am using the Cabaret blue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put a little of that under here.
Linda also asked if it doesn't matter which brow lift you use on your lips, because when you were talking about that.
I use the matte. Yep, I use the matte on the lips, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. Okay. That looks good. Now I'm going to put a little bit of dark in the crease. my contour brush. And
Wileen loves the tip about the nail brushes and also says that she saves her inkwell brushes to use for eyeliner.
oh, good idea. Yeah, these nail brushes are great. And, you know, every once in a while, they're very inexpensive for us, you know, and I mean, you could even divide it. I've got another use for them too I'm going to show you, but you can divide those up for, you know, little gifts to give or something. All right, so I'm going to put just a little bit of dark so you can kind of get your eyes up. There we go. I'm going to just put it up on the brow bone area a little bit. And I'm going to do the green. Okay. I might over exaggerate a little bit just so you can see it a little bit better. And when I do this area, I use it dry. I do not use it wet because it gives it a totally different effect.
And this, which color is this now?
This is back to the green on the Amazonian.
Or the Amazonian. Okay.
Or soft.
Gotcha.
Now, if you kind of blend everything in, because that smoky eye is really popular. So if you can kind of blend in what you're doing at the top of the brow area with your line down here at the bottom, and it kind of comes together, and then you could just take a little of the darker color that you're using at the brow and kind of blend it down into that line. And then also, you want to keep it, if you take your brush and you put it at an angle, you want your eyebrow, where your eyebrow ends and where your eyelid ends, put those two together, and that's where the makeup should end as well. So that way it doesn't look like you're kind of coming out and growing an extra large eye here, but there we go. You see?
You close your, there you go, close your eye. Perfect.
Yeah. And there's a lot of the gold on the lid itself. And so it just kind of shimmers. You can do this in the daytime or the nighttime. If in the daytime, you might want to maybe leave out the area of the brow area or the brow bone, but either way, or you can even go darker. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of eyeliner. Just one second. Where did I put it? I know I had it. Well, no. Here it is. Here we go. It's not the new packaging, but it's the Kohl. I love this. It works so well. It's just, it's very soft when it goes on, and it doesn't pull or tug. Now I put a little bit of this on inside the water line of the eye on the bottom. And when you put it on, just put it very gentle, very smooth. There. Okay. That looks beautiful. She's got beautiful green eyes. So the green shows off her eyes, and the blue just kind of brightens them up a bit. Now, another product that we have that I really enjoy, and see it again, I always like to figure out things that you can group together for a sale. So when if you get someone interested in one or two of the colors for the trios, don't ever forget that we also have the shimmers. And, they're usually $10 or less if they're on sale, but they're fun too because, like the beige is a good primer coat just to put on. You can wear just this with nothing else with it, just for daytime, just, a little sparkle. The pink one is really fun. The pink is nice. You can use it if you want a little sparkle above your, there you go, above below your eyebrows. And then also the other one I really enjoy is the bronze. That one is just a really nice, just one coat put on just to wear during the daytime, if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to be very casual. Oop, almost knocked the computer over there. All right, now the next thing I want to do is when I do my mascara, I'll tell you, I've been using Jafra since I was 14. Now there's been occasions when I haven't used it for whatever, mostly because I could not find a Jafra consultant. Believe it or not, Jaffer consultants are not that easy to find. And at least for me, it was not at all. So I signed up and I sold Unique for a while. And I liked the fact that you could get these big, fat, full eyelashes. I thought that was awesome. But I hated the fact that you had to put on the first layer of tea leaves and they would flake off, and it was just a nightmare. And then you'd put the second coat on. I didn't like that. So what I discovered, now also it was like $39.99, which I didn't like either. Now, as all of you know, our mascaras, they are, oh gosh, I mean, we've had them as low as $9. Sometimes you get them even less or whatever when they put the group deals together. So what I do, I either use the lash stretching mascara first, or I use the volume building, and I put 2 coats on. Then I take and let it dry, then take the lash maximizing and put 1 coat of this on. Does the same thing that the $39 mascara does. And, we can get these sometimes $9, so $18 for 2. But what a great way to sell 2 of them instead of just 1. Okay, so
what is the reason for doing that?
Just to get just to get your lashes more full. Because like my eyelashes are fairly long, but if I use just usually 1 type of mascara on them, they don't fill in. So when I use the 2, they look much more fuller.
And you start with the lash stretching?
I use the lash stretching, I put 2 coats on, and then I put on 1 coat of the lash maximizing. And it works really well. Plus, it's a great way to do 2 instead of 1. I always like to find ways to sell more product at the same time. Don't laugh, but I did used to sell cars. And I was actually very good at selling cars. And they always used to tease me and said I should have been in the finance department, because I would have the finance person's job done before the customer ever went into their office, because I would sell them on all these extra little things. So but makeup's the same way. All right, so the next thing I want to do is we have our new contour palette, which is just awesome. Now, I told you I had another use for another one of the nail brushes. So the one that's a fan shaped, this is perfect for putting the contouring on, because when you put contouring on, you don't want like a big heavy streak. You want to blend in really easily, and blend in well. You don't want it too dark. You want it to look natural. So if you take this type of a brush, and again, I'm sorry, I don't have the Jaffer brushes, but I do have these. All right, so we're going to put a little contouring right here, right underneath her cheekbone. And I'm using the lighter brown. She's, fairly fair complexion. So we're going to put some down here.
We can't see which one you're grabbing, but I'm assuming it's the third one from the left.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's this one right here.
Got it.
Okay. And so if we take this here and I just blend it in. I've always thought of putting on makeup. I love art, and I've loved to paint, and I love watercolors. And I've always thought of makeup as putting on doing watercolors. So, but you see, I blended this in. You can't see a line, both sides. You see it okay? Yeah, there's no line on her face. It looks just very, very natural. And then if you take the second one over, that's kind of a yellowish tone. Again, the yellows are great for helping get rid of red, just like our eye primer. So if you take a little of this and just very gently put it underneath the eye, I'll turn your head this way. And again, I didn't know what I was going to use this brush for when I first got it until we came out with this palette. So now I know. There, how she can get her. Can you see her okay? And see the. Okay, now I love the shimmer. This one over here, the first one. So I like a little shimmer around the cheek area, up on the top of the cheekbone. And then what I'm going to do I'm going to put on the blush. Okay, I'll put a little across the forehead too, just a little bit there. A little shimmer at the chin. There we go. Okay, so there. Now I'm going to get the blush. Now my favorite blush is the Rose Oro. This one here. Oh, sorry about the mirror. But it's got a little shimmer in it itself, and it's got a little gold in it, and then of course the rose color. But what's fun is that, you know, when you put pink on some people, it doesn't work. Like if I just put a straight pink on me, I'm going to look like a clown. So I like the fact that this has some gold in it. It kind of softens the pink, and it softens your cheek as well. Now, when I put blush on, because we've already got the contour, and when I put blush on, hold on, I dropped the brush. When I put it on, I try to put just a little bit right at the top of the cheekbone, but just very lightly. And I'll put it a little heavier just so you can see it. Okay, let's see. Yeah.
Jenny, we've got about 5 minutes before
Okay.
I want to do about 5 minutes of Q&A before our next group.
All right. Okay, there we go. See,
Gorgeous, darling.
isn't she? Yeah, you'd never believe that she was out in the blackberry field earlier today. Now, I am not good at putting mascara on people, so I'm going to skip the mascara part because I do want to show the lip part, okay? So, now, Sue usually likes to wear pinks, and so I'm going to go ahead, and the only lip liner I have is the natural, but I'm going to go ahead and put the lip liner on.
Is it neutral or natural?
Oh, natural, I'm sorry.
The automatic one is
I think it's neutral, isn't it?
the automatic one is
Oh,
neutral.
it is neutral.
Yeah.
It's neutral. Yeah, thank you.
That's what I normally wear too with just about everything.
Yeah, it works very, very well. Now, I don't always put it clear around my lips. But if you go over too far into the corner, sometimes it doesn't look quite right on me. So I try to stay away from the, the corner. Okay. There. All righty. Now, let's go with, now, she usually likes the pink, the lighter pink. But I'm going to show you, I want to try something here. So we're going to take, I already put the liner on, and that kind of gives us a base. I'm going to take this pink. That was the sunset pink from the summer collection. And I want to kind of go over. Yeah, here. I'm going to go over that lip liner. The lip liner helps set it. I'm going to go up on the top lip, do the same. Now, I'm going to use this brush. We're going to kind of smooth it out a bit. Then I'm going to take the brow lift again. We're going to put it just in the middle. Now I'm going to take the Fantasia pink. Kind of smack your lips together a little bit. And then you can take a lip brush, kind of smooth it all out. And I'm almost done. There we go. Now, the other, she's got the pink, but now the other thing is you can always go with your any type of concealer, or you can use the brow lift. If you want to like just kind of highlight underneath a little bit, here a little bit, so it'll show off. There we go. All right. Yeah, and it makes her lips look a little fuller too. That way, when you have the dark on the outside and the lighter in the center, it helps make them look a little more fuller. All right, so I was going to, I'm going to turn this just, well, actually, now, does anybody have any questions on anything I did here?
You guys can unmute yourselves if you have a question. It's on the bottom left of your screen generally. Wileen did ask how to keep the kajal with a point tip, and I remember we had a discussion about this about a year ago or so, and they suggested that you take a paper towel and just roll it every time you use it to kind of keep the tip from getting unpointy.
Yeah, I think when I put it on, I tend to kind of roll it at the same time. I haven't, it stays pretty good, but I wanted to show, I want to thank Sue, and I want to show you something, because I purposely today I put on lipstick that doesn't show real well, and hold on one sec, let me wipe it off. Oh, what did I do? Hold on. I want to get the new. I absolutely love this new lipstick. Rolled under the computer. Okay, so the new liquid lipsticks, I'll tell you something. They are incredible. MAC has these. They're for like $25. We have them for $11. That Lip Sensi, I don't know if any of you ladies have tried it. It burns your lips so bad. I tried it. This girl put some on me, and it felt like I had little pins and needles going all through my lips. I don't know what on earth is in that. I don't care what's in it, because I'm never going to use it again. But it was $50. You get 3 containers. You get the color, you get a clear gloss, but then you also get another one to clean it off with. Well, it's not worth $50, and it doesn't stay on all that well anyways. So this here, it'll stay on all day, $11. So if you find any of these girls that think they need that liquid lipstick, we've got it. I mean, boy, so I'm going to put it on really quick. Now, when I put it on, I usually put on 2 layers. The first layer, I kind of make sure I get the outline good, and then I go back over it. And I have found with this, and Lori, I know you got the same one on. Do you put lip liner on with this one?
I don't have to, but I do sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you really need to with it. It seems to, there we go. It just, your face pops. I just love it. So anyways, all right. Now,
so Jenny and I have the same color on, and you can see with a different light in our office, it looks totally different, but it does. Right.
Yeah, but it feels wonderful. The last thing I wanted to share, I kind of went, well, I went online and I looked up a bunch of MAC, because I used to think MAC was fabulous. Not anymore. So when you look at some of our specials that we have this month, you get the Royal Jelly Foundation. So if you want to do a face, Royal Jelly Foundation, the primer, the blender sponge, the contour palette with the setting spray. With us, it's $81. Okay, now if you go to MAC, it's $139. That's a $58 savings. And it's very similar to savings if you were to go to Lancome or any of those as well. The MAC liquid lipstick, $21. You can get 2 of ours for $22. Their lipstick, $17.50. You can get free lipstick all day long from us usually when we have specials. So that's just another, something to really look at. I was really, I didn't even know this. I just happened to accidentally discover that if you use your you know, if you use your eye lift on your lips, it made this really cool different color. You can do a very fun nude look with it. Put this on for the nude look and put one of the very light colors, like the long wear lip gloss over, and it's just a very nice nude look. Okay, well, let me find it here. MAC has the new lip, it's called Lip Erase, $21. These sometimes are on sale for $6, regular price $10. So mascara, $23. Women are spending a lot of money, and what if you could say to them, hey, okay, so you're using MAC. What do you pay for your lipstick? Oh, I paid $23. Well, hey, you know, you can get 2 of ours for less. So, you know, I mean, and just, you know, compare things, find out ahead of time. And I've gone through some of the different sites and look and see what other companies are charging. Because, and then when you talk to your clients, you know the prices before they even tell you what they're using. So those are just some of my tips. But my biggest thing is I love to bundle things. You know, Jafra's great at it, but you know, we can you know, take it one step further and do even more bundling, and all it needs is more sales.
Awesome. Jenny, thank you so much. We are right at 6:02, which is good. If you guys have any questions, I know, Jenny, you said that you wanted to give out your information. If someone wanted any questions, they could contact you. I don't know if you want to post that in the group, or you can just say your number or whatever now if you want to.
Yeah, let me, if you, well, long story short, I have no cell reception where I'm living at the moment. But I do have Facebook. It's under Jennifer Fisher Langley, Langley, and then at the end is MCG with G. And that's the best way to get a hold of me is on Facebook. You can also email me, and it is Jenny, Jenny, Rocks, ROCKS, Jafra at gmail.com. So, and Messenger, and Messenger, you know, on Facebook Messenger, you can always call. I do have reception that way, but other than that, I don't have reception here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all those tips. There's a lot of really good ones. I used to do the eyeshadow thing for eyeliner before, and I just haven't done it in so long, and I'm just like, ooh, I should try that again, because I know I love that we can have wet dry with eyeshadow. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, but see, eyeliner looks beautiful, but you're a little younger. I just can't do that anymore.
I'll be 47 in like 2 weeks.
Well, I'll be 55 in about 2 weeks. So
it's all good.
Well, thank you.
Yes, no problem. Thank you very much. I will see you guys next week on Move It Monday again. For those of you who are doing Move It Up Monday Freedom Makers, we will start momentarily, but the rest of you, we'll see you next week. And remember to message on Facebook. You can always pop up there and ask questions, tag Jenny, and I'm sure she would love to answer them there too.
I would.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. See you guys next week.
Bye.